Now, from the Valley of the Sun, EA Sports welcomes you inside State Farm Stadium, just west of downtown Phoenix, Arizona. Here's Joshua Carney ready to get this one started. And off we go from Glendale. A return now from the 4. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. And it's a positive start. A gain of 5 to get things going. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Here's a 2nd and 9.
Let's go.
From the gun, it's Purdy. A pass pulled in by Irving. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. Now think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
He's got room at the 30. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. That pickup good for 29 yards. Now a give on the ground. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, Purdy. Quick throw, taken in. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Baltimore. It's his 4th touchdown on the year. Extra point up and good from Moody. And the Ravens will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. McLaughlin now on the return. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
Here's a first carry for their running back, and this will be a Cardinals 1st down. He'll take this up to the 38-yard line.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
Ready up. So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. Ready. Throwing now from the gun. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. A gain there of 10 yards. It's an Arizona first down.
And this quarterback has a reputation for being one of the faster quarterbacks in the league, but what I loved here is, yes, he used his legs, but he remained a passer for as long as he could, and leads to a nice pickup.
That's to the right side and incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
And they'll bring this inside the 30, a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. And that is incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. So you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
Hardy's kick is good. And the Cardinals are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Carty back out following the made field goal. He'll kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
On 2nd down, Purdy. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Purdy going to put it up again. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. 2nd time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a 1st down.
Here we go. Set.
They'll throw again with Purdy. And that is incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand?
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. He throws right side down the field, and it is brought in. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Cardinals will take over possession here at the 44.
I know it doesn't seem like a ton of yards on top of that pick, but that was really well done. I mean, it's just going to make life so much easier now as the offense takes the field, trying to capitalize off of that turnover.
3 tight ends in the game to start the drive.
Here we go, here we go. 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. Viking, 18, go.
They'll begin here on the ground. And a nice game there on first down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. Here's 2nd and 2.
Ready. Curve 19, take go.
Back to throw. He'll go right and find his running back. And he's not going to get away. They'll knock him back to his own territory. They get him on the other side of midfield.
Ready, set.
They'll empty out the backfield and line up for 3rd and 3.
Warrior 70. Ready. 18, Pioneer. Hut.
From the 50, he'll set up to throw. 10 yards for number 10 on that one, and it's 1st and 10.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6.
Let's go now. Ready.
They'll look to throw. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down. And a stoppage here for injury. One of the Cardinals shaken up. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout.
Mustang 19. Set. 60 Maverick. Ready.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. So on comes Joshua Carty to try this field goal. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Cardinals are back within 1. It's 7-6.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Purdy. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
And he's going to take this past the 45, and that's good enough for a 1st down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short. Play action pass. You can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
1st and 10. Purdy. He'll air it out down the middle. That is brought in.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
Throwing on 2nd down is Purdy. That is caught. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line. From the 1-yard line, 1st down and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards. Two minutes to play in a tight 1-point game in this 1st half. We'll have more from Glendale after this. Now back at the 4 for 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
They'll go with him again. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Ravens. Moody now for the extra point. And this one is blocked. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. McLaughlin now on the return. Good return, but he pays the price at the end. Picked up and thrown down. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Ready.
On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. In trouble, and down he goes.
It's 1st down. You got to get the ball out of your hands. I understand trying to take a shot. I love it on early downs. But once it's not there and that protection starts to break down, it's either check down or throwaway. You don't want to be in 2nd and long.
Now they'll set up to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with third down. Out of the gun, he'll throw. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. He'll drop to throw. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play a man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away. There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier. These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
Back to the air one more time. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Throwing right, it's taken in. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the first down after a gain of 7.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. Here's a shot toward the end zone.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown, and instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They do try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half. About to get started. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. Whoa! He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. He's going to dial up another deep ball. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Pretty unforgettable performance so far in the first half, Mike, and they're going to try to figure this out here in the second half and try to gain some momentum. Figure out what's going to work, where are our matchups, and let's go try to put a drive together and get some points because so far this has been a struggle and they just cannot get anything going through the air.
He's going to try it here again. And this will be tracked down and intercepted. Picked off by Dax Hill. And the Ravens are going to get the football here at their own 38-yard line. His drive will start on the ground, and he'll get about 5. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. Now a 3rd and 2. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. The ball comes out. The Cardinals have got it.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
A ball deep for the end zone. To the end zone. It's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. Quick throw here is complete. Look at the big man go. A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. From the gun, here's a handoff. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. A 2nd down throw here for Purdy. And this ball batted away and incomplete.
You just can't say enough about how hard it is to play cornerback in today's modern NFL, Mike. I mean, not only are these wide receivers better than ever, but the way the rules are written, you're really out there on an island with not a lot of options. Your technique has to be perfect. Your timing has to be perfect. It's exactly what we saw here, and he makes a great play on the ball.
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down. They'll run. He'll try the left side now. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
Purdy now on 2nd down. And he will score. Brock Purdy. Touchdown, Baltimore. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Moody's extra point is good. And the Ravens will extend this 3rd quarter lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This fielded at about the 9. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking middle of the field, it's complete. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start. I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
19 Lions. Ready?
He'll look to throw. Open man, the tight end, straight down the field. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line. They'll look to throw yet again. His throw left side is complete. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
Points have certainly been hard to come by in this one today, Mike, but it seems like this drive has been what they've been searching for. A little bit of rhythm, the ability to sustain. Now they got to finish. Now they got to capitalize on these first downs and go finish with 6.
Putting the tight end in motion.
79 Broncos.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Dragon 60. Viking 18. Ready?
A handoff here, up the middle. He is in. Touchdown, Cardinals. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Here's Cardi now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. First and 10. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by the rookie out of Ole Miss. And he's going to be brought down here on what will turn out to be the final play of the third quarter. So, both teams trade touchdowns in that frame.
Here we go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
They send him right out of the slot. And the defense snuffed that one out. It goes down as a completion, but no gain on the play.
Panther 60, 60 by 6, 60 Buffalo 18.
Back to throw. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Warriors 70.
On third down, they'll throw from the gun. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. A gain of 11 on that one. It's good for a Cardinals first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
They'll look to throw. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
60.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
That's a really good effort on third down, just trying to make something happen. He did well to get what he got, but it's not enough for a first.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's fourth down.
7 Pirates. Panther 11. 19 tight.
That one hauled in. It's complete. It's a pickup of 14. And the decision to go for it pays off.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line.
And he's in for the touchdown. But hold everything, there is a marker down. These points may come off the board.
19 Lions.
Back to the ground after the penalty. And that won't help a great deal. Just a short gain there. It's second and goal. Work to do now as they come up on second and long.
60 Bobcat. Let's go. 18 Rattler. Hut.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. They need one right now. Third and long. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down. So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
Here's first and 10. Tight end going in motion here. Now a give up the middle. Look at him stay on his feet as he's able to shimmy his way for a gain of about 5. They'll stick with him again. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. This crowd into it now as we get to third down. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. So, Jake Moody on in this big situation. This to stretch the lead to a touchdown. And this one running out of steam. Not enough leg to get there. No good. And this lead will stay right where it is. They'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll run. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll come up now for 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. He dropped for the loss of a yard.
Sometimes you run all those big bodies out there, you kind of tip your hand. I always love going big jumbo personnel for a play action. In this case, they keep the ball on the ground. The defense knew it was coming, and they suffer a loss.
He's got a man. That's complete. And he will finally be taken down inside the 10-yard line.
What I loved most about this was just the ability of the quarterback, Mike, to so quickly go through his progression. You see early on at the top of his drop, his eyes are downfield. Quickly realizes there's not a lot of opportunities downfield. Check it down to your back and see if he can pick up the rest after the catch and move the chains with his legs.
Second down, goal to go.
Ready.
They'll run here. That play may have taken a little bit too long to develop. It's no gain. He's back at the 4-yard line.
So on 2nd down, they try to hammer it in on the ground, Mike, but now on 3rd and goal, I don't think you had any choice but to put this ball in your quarterback's hands and test this defense through the air.
Mustang 19. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. 70 range. 70 range.
They'll drop to throw. That is incomplete. And here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation, and right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
Got it. Ready?
So here we go. Could be the play that ends up deciding this one. 4th down and goal. Arizona will take its first timeout. Clock will stop, and will stop it with a little over 30 left in the game.
Okay, break.
4th and goal, decision time, and they will go for it.
Let's go now. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Ready?
Now they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs.
What a stand there. 4th and goal, game on the line. It looks like this offense is putting together a game-winning drive, and the defense comes out with the stop of the day.
And that'll be a pickup of 3. Now a timeout charge to Arizona. That is their second, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds remaining on the clock. They'll run on 2nd down. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down. They'll try to get this one on the ground. And that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage. It sets up 4th down.